I'm really happy to be here at the IPI and happy to contribute to the report as well. You might wonder why are we here? The mobile operator community here in the US, they're called carriers. The Verizons, the AT&T, the Vodafone of the world. So why is this so important for us? Well, I'll try to explain that. Now, we are an association made up of all the mobile operators globally, so we have a phenomenal reach. If you combine all our members, subscribers, we reach more than 5 billion people, which is amazing. It's more than 70% of the world's population. On a daily basis, we compete really hard with each other in many, many countries. But we have found a common purpose that make us unified. And the common purpose is really that we aim to connect everyone and everything to a better future. And that better future, I think there is no better way of describing it than the SDGs. So that's why this is very central for us. I'll give you a couple of examples. Not Paloma, I think you touched upon the agriculture achievements in Sri Lanka. That's one example, but I'm not going to touch upon that. I traveled to Tanzania a couple of months ago, and landing in Dar es Salaam, no issue. I took a car, drove out roughly 2 hours outside of Dar es Salaam, dirt roads, and you are firmly off the grid. There is no electricity. It's absolutely pitch dark when the sun sets. So how does mobile get into this? Well, there is coverage, no doubt. There is certainly good 3G coverage outside of Dar es Salaam. We have solutions called mobile-enabled utility solution. That coupled with mobile money. So I visited this family, a family of 4 children, and the grandmother was living there as well. The man was a what do you call it, daily wager, so he did the odd job here and there. But instead of getting paid in cash, he got paid with his mobile phone. So he got credits, you can say, on his mobile phone, transmitted through an SMS to his mobile phone. And that's how he got paid. Very convenient. There is no risk of losing the money or being stolen. It is on his mobile phone. He goes to a convenience store, he unloads his credits to the store, and he picks up the groceries. Not only that, when the sun sets, there is no sun, and the family has to rely on kerosene lamps to see, to cook food, which is a hazard. And imagine being a mother with 4 young kids from 2 months up to 8 years or so. It is a nightmare to try to cook or to have some sort of decent life there. With the mobile phone and something called M-Copa, and M-Copa is now is one brand name out of many, but it is growing in number. 40,000 new M-Copa installations being sold every week. So it's a tremendous growth in this. So what is M-Copa then? Well, it is basically a solar power. It is a battery, and during the day you charge the battery. When the night comes, you offload that battery into 4 lamps, a torch, and even a little radio. And the neat thing is that you use the mobile money credits to pay for this service. So it's a financial solution as well. So after 12 months, you have paid the installment, you paid this M-Copa solution. It's very neat, very simple, and you can use it for whatever you want to do in the future. So with 4 lamps and a torch, this family could then have a proper education for the kids. They can actually study when the sun sets. They can use their torch when they have to go out and use the toilet, which is outside in the bush, without being completely scared of not knowing where they're stepping and try to fend off animals. So it's a huge improvement for that family, huge improvement. So that's one area. And another area which I think is important as well is that the SDGs is not only for developing markets, it is as much in developed market. We have an example here in the US, Eric, who lives in Boston, and he has impaired vision. He's not completely blind, but not far from. He loves running. He ran the Boston Marathon with someone on his side guiding him how to run. These days he has a pair of glasses on, and those glasses has a camera on, very small camera, and that camera is connected to his mobile phone, which is on his hip, and that mobile phone is then connected to his personal guide, a lady that sits remotely and explains and describes to him when he's running what the picture looks like. So you need to take a little left here because there is a man with a dog there, and you go on to straight, there's a lake to your right, etc. And when you speak to Eric, it is a tremendous difference in his life when he's out running. All of a sudden he's part again of society. And I think these two examples shows the power of mobility from this very high level of 5 billion connected individuals down to actually making a difference in people's lives. Every year, I mean, we come from the private sector, and we are driven from numbers. We need to make sure that whatever we do has an impact. And this year, as we did last year, we launched this impact report, the mobile economy, or the mobile industry impact report, where we clearly can numerically prove and show that the mobile industry is doing a huge difference in all 17 goals. Remember, we don't have an 18th goal called ICT. ICT is underpinning all 17 goals. So I encourage you, if you have a chance to download, this is the thick version. There is an executive summary which is thinner as well. But it's a good reading, it's a simple reading. So I think that's good. I would maybe like to end with saying that this is not CSR. SDGs is not CSR, and I get allergic when I hear that some believe it is CSR. It is not good for business. This is good business, no doubt. This is good business, and since it is good business, it means that it will be sustainable going forward. And I can clearly see that our members now are moving not only to measure the profit and loss, which they will of course continue to be doing, but they're also measuring the people dimension and the planet dimension. And why is that important? Well, the consumers are asking for it. I am asking for it. But also it is important for us to be able to attract and retain top talents, because talents want to work in companies that show a honest, sustainable agenda for the future. So with those words, thank you very much.